So you're gonna work at Japanese company from next April, right? How did you get that job, and then how difficult was it?
It was pretty difficult.
Was it necessary to speak Japanese?
It was pretty much necessary, especially when you're going through the formal process like job hunting and using all those websites.
I found a job before coming to Japan. It definitely made things easier, to have that stability before coming to Japan.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Takashi from Japan. Today I'm going to interview foreigners in Japan how to find a job in Japan. I interview people who work here. I interview various people who got sponsored by the company before coming to Japan, or someone went to language school and did job hunting here. It's gonna be really informative for anyone who want to come to Japan and work here. Okay, let's find out today. On my channel, I interview Japanese people and foreigners in Japan. So it's the best channel for anyone who wants to come to Japan without traveling or living. You can also learn Japanese here. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. And on my Instagram, I show my daily life in Tokyo and share information about Japan. So if you haven't followed yet, please follow it too. Okay, let's get started. Okay, thank you for your help. Where are you from?
Nepal,
Nepal. How long have you been in Japan?
4 years.
4 years. How's the life in Japan?
It's pretty exciting. I've been getting to see new things, getting to meet new peoples.
Nice. Including Japanese people?
Yeah, including Japanese people.
So you're gonna work at Japanese company from next April, right? How did you get that job, and then how difficult was it?
It was pretty difficult. Like being a student, especially from a foreign, you should try very hard. You should give your best, I guess. And the school you choose, the Senman Gakko, must be the best one. You should have to open many accounts in Mainabe, Rikunabe.
So including everything, how long did it take?
I started a year ago, and I decided my company before 6-7 months. Yeah, from making your Rirexo to going to interviews and all, 3-4 times interviews, it will take a long time.
Did your school help?
Yeah, my school helped me a lot
Oh,
from the interview process and in my documentations, and I didn't use any lawyers for my visa. And yeah, I did it by myself, and my school helped me, my company helped me.
How's your feeling right now? Is there anything that you worry about?
Japanese language maybe.
Japanese language?
Yeah,
But you speak Japanese, right?
I tried.
You try to. It's still different, like dating conversation than business language.
It's really different
Oh,
in daily conversation, and in business it's really difficult, like writing letters and writing messages to your seniors.
okay. Last question. Do you speak Japanese?
Yes, I do speak in Japanese.
Oh, that's nice. どんぐらいで日本語喋るようになりました？
1年間かかったかな。相手の言いたいことが分かるぐらい。そう。
なるほど。スピーキン
自
グがもうちょっと
分の意見が言うためには、
もうちょっとかかる。
3年間4年間かかるかな。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Before we continue interviews, this video is sponsored by Tokyo Tree and Sakurako. Sakurako is a subscription service where you receive a monthly box filled with traditional, authentic, and artisan Japanese snack. This month's theme is Taste of Hokkaido. I've been there just once and I really liked it, and it's super famous for its food. And Sakurako also has Japanese tableware every month. This month is this for seasonal Super Bowls. This is shrimp senbei, which is my favorite. It's hugely popular for celebration in Japan. I always eat it in the new year. This is azuki dorayaki with sweet Hokkaido red bean paste sandwiches between sponge cake. It makes me feel like I'm at grandma's place. And Tokyo Tree is packed with the latest seasonal sweets. In contrast to Sakurako, which represents traditional Japanese culture, you can feel a modern life in Japan with Tokyo Tree. This month's theme is Snacking Shibuya. You can experience amazing foods in Shibuya. By the way, me personally, I always go there because I always shooting videos there. This is mannequin cookie cream waffle. It'll taste like you are at cafe in Shibuya. This is caramel popcorn soda. It's a very funky wild drink. And each snack is explained so that you can see where it was produced in Japan. This will give you more places to go when you come to Japan. So if you like to experience having a good quality Japanese snacks right in your home, then feel free to visit the site by clicking the link in the description below. Let's get back to interviews. Okay, thank you for your help. Where from?
I'm from Congo.
Congo.
Yes.
How long have you been in Japan?
4 years and a few months now.
4 years. Oh, that's pretty long.
Mm.
What brought you to Japan?
I got a scholarship actually for my master's and I came here to study.
What do you do?
I do consulting in
Consulting.
environmental sciences.
Working. Working in Japanese company
Yes.
as a foreign woman.
Mm.
Can you explain how did you get that job and then how is it like to work there?
So, I actually worked in 2 different Japanese companies. I found my first job through job hunting. So, they told us in the university that before graduating, you need to start applying for jobs 1 year prior your graduation. So I was going to like job fairs and conferences, so I would like network with some companies, and the companies I were interested in, I just emailed or went through the website and did the application. That's how I got my first job.
Was it necessary to speak Japanese?
It was pretty much necessary, especially when you're going through the formal process, like job hunting and using all those websites for like Indeed, Jobs Japan, and all. There are already options like N1, N2, N3. So when you don't like tick one of these options, you cannot even go to the next page. So you don't see the next process. So I think it's very important to have Japanese skills when you want to work in Japan. Yeah.
So you enjoy your work
Right now I'm loving it. My first
really?
job was a nightmare
really?
because it was traditional Japanese traditional companies. The rules were tight. The way you're talking to people, the way you're talking to your superior, the way you're dressing, everything was very tight. And back then my Japanese was like none. So I was pretty much coming with the idea of I'm coming in a company where we will be talking together, when we brainstorm ideas. So, the ideal European type of working perhaps that I grew up in. I thought it works like that, but in my first Japanese company, the hierarchy was pretty clear.
So in terms of the rules, like it seems tough, but how about like working hours? Like overwork in Japan, it's a serious problem, right?
Yeah.
So how was it like?
It was actually people didn't feel like overwork is overwork. It's like overwork is the normality for them. It's how it is. It's also the stereotype that all Japanese companies are like that. No, I literally had the 2 opposite experience in Japan.
So it depends on the company.
It depends on the company. Many companies are trying to change, are trying to evolve, in the working ethics. But if it's traditional Japanese company, you really need to learn to be tough on yourself for not much actually.
Last question, do you speak Japanese?
Oh, my level is like random level.
No.
Random level, because unfortunately I came in Japan in an English speaking department for studies, so I stayed in my comfort zone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for your help. Where are you from?
I'm Dan, and I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Okay, thank you for talking to me on the street, by the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of your channel, so
Thanks.
yeah.
Okay, first of all, how long have you lived in Japan?
Almost 2 weeks.
Almost 3 weeks.
Yes.
So, did you have any experience coming to Japan before you moved to here?
This is my first time in Asia, actually, so no experience whatsoever. Yeah.
You just came to Japan, right?
Yes.
And before you come to Japan, you already got a job and get sponsored in terms of
I
visa,
did.
right?
Yes, that's
So, can you introduce like what kind of is it?
Sure. So I'm a software engineer, and fortunately, I work at Google, which is a really big company. I found a job before coming to Japan. It definitely made things easier, to have that stability before coming to Japan. And but once I was in the company, an opportunity for Google Tokyo opened up, and I've always wanted to go since I had a passion for anime and the culture and the history. And I said, I'm not getting any younger, might as well apply. And here I am. So
Nice. Okay. Working culture in Japan. You experienced working in San Francisco, and now just for 2 weeks, but you experienced working in Tokyo. How about like relationship with coworkers or like bosses or?
I think my relationship with my coworkers is a lot better in Japan.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Nice.
because it's a lot of expats that come to Japan. Like back in San Francisco, there were people with families and stuff. So like typically after work, they wanted to get back home. But in Japan, it's a lot of expats, people wanting to explore Japan. So yeah, I've been having better relationship with my coworkers so far. So yeah.
Do you have any like advice or tips or anything like people who want to get job in Japan before coming to Japan? Like,
Sure.
wanna get sponsored?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, try to get sponsored before you come to Japan. I think. That might be one of the few ways to get the visa. And yeah, the best way is to apply to different companies. A lot of my coworkers came from Europe and stuff, and they just apply to different companies and so forth
Before coming to Japan.
before coming
Oh,
to
yeah.
Japan. And one good tip would be, obviously knowing Japanese is not a have to, but it does help. Like if they were to pick between you and somebody that knows Japanese, they'll probably pick somebody that knows Japanese and is a bit familiar with the culture.
Thank you so much. Last question, do you speak Japanese? I always ask, people I interviewed, so
Almost not at all. Sorry.
no.
Choto.
ちょっと, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like and subscribe.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you for watching so far. How was it? That was interesting. I hope you guys can come to Japan as soon as possible and find a job here and start working here and start a new life in Japan. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, click like button. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any question that you want me to ask people in Japan, please leave a comment too. See you next time.